Not only is there a lot of causes to kidney stones, but there's also a lot of mystery to each cause. Hey guys, it's Gwen. What's up? Today's gonna be a super chill video, but it's also hella funny, so let's get into it. Today I'm going to talk about kidney stone myths and my top 5 kidney stone myths. Some of y'all really be making me question the human race because some of y'all really think this shit works, and like, oh my god, I've gone to bat about kidney stones, which honestly, you could not meet someone who is a non-doctor who knows more about kidney stones than me. Okay, I've been studying kidney stones, the creation of kidney stones, medullary sponge kidney, since I was like 15 years old. I've seen multiple doctors about it. I ask a lot of questions. So if there's anyone who's not a doctor that you could talk to kidney stones about, that would be me. Keep in mind, I've also tested every single one of these myths. I know 100% based on someone who has made 100+ kidney stones in her life, and I'm only 21 years old. Yeah, I know a lot about it. Number 1. This is the funniest one. Cranberry juice. I don't understand why this was started. I think it's because of UTIs, but there seems to be a big misconception that if you drink cranberry juice while trying to pass a kidney stone, it will help you pass it and it will help break up the kidney stones. This is so false, it's not even funny. It's not even funny how many people truly believe this too, because I've had so many people recommend drinking cranberry juice, not doctors, but literally just people that know me or on my live or in videos. People will be like, why don't you drink cranberry juice? Like, do you really think that I would go through the ER trips, the doctor visits, all that stuff, if cranberry juice were helpful? Make it make sense, ma'am. If it was that easy, there would be no surgery. But yes, it's a huge misconception that drinking cranberry juice is beneficial for kidney stones in any way. Are y'all ready for this? Siri, does cranberry juice help with kidney stones? Very first thing that comes up. Cranberry juice, no benefit for kidney stones. Bitch. I'm not playing with y'all. Cranberry juice has been used to promote urinary tract health for generations, but new research suggests that it may encourage the formation of the most common type of kidney stones. If I counted how many times someone suggested cranberry juice and got $1 for it, I would be living in a mansion. That is how much of a myth and believed myth that cranberry juice is, and people truly think that it helps, and it is the exact opposite. I will link several articles down below so that it's not just one source. Cranberry juice helps form kidney stones. Do not drink it if you are passing a kidney stone. Number 2. This is another common myth and very weird. So as someone who passes a lot of kidney stones, the people who are close to me, my friends and family and intimate relationships, you know, people will talk to me a lot about my condition and it affects a lot of my life. And I have had probably about 6-7 surgeries for kidney stones. And you know what the number one thing people ask me is where they cut. They say, do they cut in your back? Do they cut in your pelvis? Do they cut on the front? And no one ever thinks that kidney stone surgery is non-invasive. Like, everyone thinks that if you're getting kidney surgery that they're cutting into you. A big myth is that kidney stone surgery means that they cut into you, and that is 100% false. There are 3 different types of kidney stone surgeries. One is where you sit in a tub of water and they send like shock waves and it breaks up the kidney stones. The second type of surgery, and I believe the most common, is the ureteroscopy, which is what I've had a lot. I've had that surgery a lot. That's where they take a camera, a laser, and a scope, and then they go through your genital area, and they go through there, which means there's no cutting. They go up with a camera, a laser, and a scope through a tube, which is called your ureters that are connected to your kidney. They break up the stones with the laser and catch them with the basket. The third surgery, they do cut into you. They do it through the back. I don't know that procedure very well because it is not done that often. You have to have like very big stones to have that surgery because that surgery is invasive. Number 3, this one's kind of annoying, and this is where I truly question the human race. I'm just like, are you that stupid? Are you that dumb? Really? Are you that dumb? Honestly, it baffles my fucking mind, dude. It baffles my mind when people say the dumbest shit like this to me, because I'm telling them a story about my condition, or they ask me something and I'm answering a question, and then they say some dumb shit like this. So number 3 is pushing water while passing a stone. So, a lot of the newcomers in my life, people that don't know my condition well or know nothing at all about it, tell me to chug water or drink a lot of water or drink a lot of lemon water. And actually, the reason this is a myth is because you can make it worse if you chug a lot of water. Now, you do want to increase fluids. I do agree with that, and you will be told that by a doctor. You want to be careful when you're doing that though, because depending on the size of your stone, it can get stuck in between the tube. The tube connected from your bladder to your kidney is the ureter. If your stone is too big to pass through this ureter, like mine has been before, and you push water, think about it when you put in this little stopper in your disposal and fill your sink up with water. That's what you're doing to your kidney. When a stone is too big, gets stuck in your tube that passes through, you're just filling your kidney with water, and it's gonna fill up with pressure. It's super painful, and it can cause your kidney to fail. So yes and no, it's a myth, but it's not. You know, don't drown yourself in water if you're passing a stone, but at the same time, don't be dehydrated. Make sure you're not focusing on like dark soda or stuff like that. Focus on water. Number 4, this one really hits a nerve with me, because this is probably more believed than the water or the cranberry beliefs, even though those are my top pet peeves is for when people bring those up. This one, number 4, is food being the cause. This is a huge myth. So fucking false. It's not funny. And y'all look so dumb. Like, not y'all, but like people. People look so goddamn dumb when they tell me to work on my diet. When they tell me not to drink soda, you know, because it is believed by pretty much everyone that food is the only cause for kidney stones, and that is not true. Food is a cause because of oxalate. It's what is called oxalate. It's in every single food we eat. It's in fruit, it's in nuts, it's in drinks, it's in condiments. And so when people are telling you to watch your diet, watch your sodium, there is a type of stone, it is called oxalate stones, that come from food. Yes. But there are 4 types of stones. So the most common is the calcium oxalate stone, which means that it is from the foods you eat. Some of the high oxalate foods are chocolate, soda, spinach, nuts, potato. Potato is a big one, and I know that because I love potatoes and I cannot eat them. The next one is calcium phosphate, which is from abnormalities in the way the urinary system functions. This is not something you can do or cause. Number 3, and this is the most common for women, which again, this is why it makes me so angry when people say it is only caused by food. The third one is struvite stones. These are the most common for women, and they result in UTI issues. Certain types of urinary tract infections cause these, and they can get big, they can grow very quickly, which is why I say there are 4 types, and people only seem to think that food is a cause. The 4th type is uric acid stones. These are most common in men, which again is why I say, you know, calcium oxalate stones are not the only types of stones that you can get. They are the most common, but there are two other stone types that one is most common for women. This one is most common for men. It is uric acid stones, which comes from not drinking enough water or having too much high protein, animal protein, which means if you are a dude that eats a lot of meat and doesn't drink a lot of water, you are probably at risk for developing uric acid stones. Oh, I was wrong. There's 5 types of stones, which again just proves my point. Cystine stones. Now, these are not common. These are caused by a genetic disorder, but like I said, this is kind of my point. A big myth is that kidney stones are specifically based on diet and water consumption, which is true, but it's also false. Just like saying like cranberry juice does it like helps pass kidney stones, it does not at all. But cranberry juice helps other urinary issues. Another part of number 4, food being the cause, part of the other half of that belief is that food is the only cause for kidney stones, and it's not. That's exactly why I was listing off the names and causes of each stone, because it can be a lot of things. It can be dehydration, it can be urinary or kidney problems, it could be eating a lot of animal meat, it could be eating high oxalate foods, it can be a hereditary genetic disorder, it can be urinary tract infections, and the medical community already struggles with trying to handle all the different kinds of health issues that human beings have. Kidney stones and medullary sponge kidney are not high priorities, hyper focused, because they have a decent amount of information on kidney stones themselves, so they just go off what we have for now. There's no new research on it. So not only is there a lot of causes to kidney stones, but there's also a lot of mystery to each cause. Number 5, age and old people. This is my last pet peeve. Number 5, old people and age. There's a huge myth that only old people get kidney stones, and I literally, even doctors have said this to me. I've been in the ER a lot of times, like more times than is normal for a 21-year-old, more times than is normal for like an 80-year-old. I've been to the ER way too much. And when I have been there, they've seen my scans or my chart or they listen to my story, and they're like, wow, you're so young. It's so crazy that you have all these stones. And the reason I can say that that's said to me a lot by doctors is because I go a lot. I've had different doctors every time be like, wow, you're so young. I can't believe you have all these stones. But the thing is, that's a huge myth, because I had an ultrasound tech say you don't see these kind of stones unless it's an old man. Now, you know, I'm not about the cancel culture. I'm not about to cancel an ultrasound tech over saying this, but that is so ageist, and it's kind of sexist, because it is true that historically men and older men have more kidney stones. However, MSK specifically is actually more common in women, and MSK is developing a ton of stones, so it's weird to assume that only old men get kidney stones, because that's not true at all. I've met young kids, I've met old men, I've met old women, I've met young women. I got my first kidney stone at 15 years old. This is not like this isn't like an angry video or me calling anyone out. This was just my top 5 myths, and I wanted to kind of debunk those myths, talk about it a little bit, kind of give y'all a laugh, because some of them make people look dumb as shit. When they try to tell me to drink cranberry juice, I just laugh. I just start laughing, and I try to be nice about it, because it's like, y'all, you know, how are you supposed to know that something's not gonna work but you're being told it's supposed to work? Which is exactly why I made this video. Anyway, I love you all so much. Comment down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you next week.